Hey guys, David here. So I'm just going to run you through some of the equipment that I'm using today, some tackle that I'm using for Albies and stuff that I always bring with me. So, all right, to start off with, got some metals here. So this is a little tiny, this is, I believe the company's Iron Candy. So this is a tiny, I think it's like a half-ounce little lure, single hook on it. I like to use the single hooks on most of my lures now because I find that the wider gap on the singles hooks better. So I'll bring one of those with me. So it's really short. I think it's only maybe 1.75 inches, 2 inches if you're lucky. So those would be matching. I'm not too sure, maybe the sand eels or just the thinner profile I find might be better to bring. And if there's peanut bunker around, I like to bring a couple of these. These are just your good old-fashioned crippled herrings. This is an older one. They should still sell them. Same thing, I switched it out to single hooks. Then you bring in the good old Hoagie epoxies. Right here, this has a treble on it. I should probably switch it out. So you have two different lengths. They don't actually say on it. That's probably about 3 inches. And then you have the longer version. And I think that's probably 4. Both have treble hooks on it. You should switch them out to singles. I've heard people prefer the single hooks better. I mean, just comparing, I think this is probably a size 2 or 2-aught single. I mean, look at the difference in gap on that. It's pretty noticeable. So I feel like you'd have better chances of grabbing an Albies mouth and then getting more significant hook set on there rather than just a tiny edge of lip on the Albie. This would probably be a little bit better. Let's see, you got the Acme Needle L. It's a 3/4 ounce. In the good old, this is called a Deadly Dick. Don't laugh at the name, but most people probably know this lure. This one doesn't, none of these really say the weights on it. Guessing that's about an ounce. This is steel. Steel, lead, epoxy, crippled herrings, I believe. I think they're steel, but it might be wrong. Then the one that I really like for stripers in the fall, stripers and most fish, bluefish and that type of thing, snapper blues, mackerel, I'll chuck this Iron Candy. So this is about, I'm trying to use, so this is a reel seat that I believe is 4 inches. So this, I think, would better match silver sides and that type of thing, which I know are down in the Cape right now in Rhode Island for matching the hatch for Albies. So, and then single hook on there. I think that's a 2-aught on there. Sorry to talk so much. And then I always bring some soft plastics with me. So stuff, I don't know why the Albies like them. It's way bigger than the silver sides they're eating, but some days they're less fussy and they'll zero in on larger bait. So it's a good thing. So I'll bring some of these. I believe that's a 6-inch Ron Z Sandale looking thing. Then I also bring the larger ones. This is what I caught my 14.25 pound Albie on in 2017. So this is Algags jig head on there. It is, let me see, it doesn't say weights or anything like that, but I'm guessing it's about a 1/2 ounce on there. So I always bring white and pink of soft plastics, and then I got some really random storm shads. You never know. I just bring a little bit of everything. I think what else is in there? Different weight jig heads. These are probably 2 or 3-aughts that I can chuck on these little sand eels, and that's, I'm guessing, a 5-aught hook on this Algags. I'm just guessing. So, and then rod, you don't have to get too crazy, but I do use my 3000 reel. This is a Daiwa BG 3000. I got 15-pound Power Pro Super Slick braid on there. I think this reel was like 120 bucks, but it's really nice. I believe there's a couple different versions of this. There's an MQ, I think, which is I think it's a little bit better, but whatever. This works. You don't have to get too crazy. This is a Tsunami Carbon Shield 2, 7 foot. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Again, I'm using this on the kayak. I'm not using this for shore fishing. So if you were to go from shore, I'd go with like an 8-foot rod. But this is more than enough for me to reach around the front and rear of the kayak to get fish around. Caught some sea bass on it, some tautog. It works really nice. I'm trying to think what else. So I used to think that Albies were they're super fussy about leaders and the color of the main line, but really the leader is the most important thing. So didn't prove clinch knot on here, and this is Daiwa fluorocarbon. I think it was like 17 bucks for 200-yard spool, but it's really nice. Super strong, abrasion resistant. I caught tons of tautog. I use this for carp, catfish, a little bit of everything. Really strong fluorocarbon, really nice. I don't know if they sell this in like Bass Pro or that type of thing, but it's really good stuff. And then I always use swivel. Always. So this is a size, I either use size 10 or size 8 swivels. I think these are rated up to 90 pounds or something like that. So it's more than enough. They're really small little swivels. So I don't want anything too honking on there to scare the fish away. So those should be good. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, that's really it. You don't need a 5,000 reel or anything like that to fish from a kayak, because you're able to chase them, and you can go with something a little bit lighter. From shore, I'll use like a 4,000, maybe a 4,500. Use lighter line so you can flick those lures out there. You don't need 30-pound braid. You need just 15, 20 pound. You should be good, just so you can flick those baits out there. Same thing with this. So I always bring 2 rods with me at minimum when I go out in the kayak chasing these things. Same thing. This is a 7-foot cheapy Tsunami 5-star rod. These are like 60 bucks, I think. I think this is 7 foot. Yeah, both 7 feet long, and then a Tsunami. I think this is a shield or a guard. I have a couple different ones. This is a guard, and there is 10-pound braid on there. So that's even lighter, and then 15-pound fluorocarbon leader on there. And this is like a green or something like that. And then I have one of those little tiny iron candies on there. So yeah, I always go out set up with 2 different size baits. Smaller, this is a 2-inch, and then I had a 4-inch lure on there just to match. I know the silver sides out there, and there are peanut bunker around, so just to have them on hand. And if I toss this out and then right in the fish and they don't like it, I'll give 2 or 3 tosses into it. If I don't like it, I'll switch to something else. So so I actually filmed this video with the tackle after I went fishing, and I did catch 1 albie, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about what happened during the day at the end, so I can break up the video a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoy it. There's another lure, Albie snacks, if you want to use those. Those are a little bit harder to use in the wind, especially if the fish are upwind of you and you have to cast to them. They're a little far away. It's better. I always start off with the metal lure tied on. Just if they like it, more power to you and to me. So I don't have to keep switching stuff out, and I can get that lure way out there before I even get 50 feet from them. So I have a paddle kayak, and that totally changed the way I fish now. So for stripers and everything. So I love it. So, alrighty guys, so let's get to the fishing. I hope you guys enjoy it. Be safe out there when you're fishing. Yeah, enjoy the video. I only caught one albie, but I'll tell you more about the end. I think I just got an albie. I missed it. There was a good school of them. I think it's an albie or it's a striper. I don't know. Huh. Definitely saw albies flying up over there. Oh, he fell off. He fell off. So at this point in time, I've watched where the fish have been consistently popping up. So I just parked myself over there and I waited. And as you're about to see, a blitz shows up in front of me. So you don't need to overexert yourself while looking for these fish. Just figure out where they're at most of the time and then park yourself there and they'll come to you. So as far as retrieving the lure for these guys, you can reel pretty quick for them. They're attracted to motion. So with this iron candy steel jig that I have on here, so you could just skip this thing right along the top. That grabs their attention and they'll speed up right behind it and try and grab it. Some days they want it just below the surface, some days skipping across the top. If you use an Albie Snacks, you could sort of skip it across the top and it'll do that darting motion side to side. So you're going to get tired, especially if you're excited and you see all these fish popping up, so pace yourself. Oh, no. I might have to use a smaller lure. I don't know exactly what they're eating, so I want to give this a chance. Throw it in front of them so I know they definitely see it. And then if it's not working, I go to something else smaller. Got something. Got something. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, poor little reel. Oh man. Oh my goodness. I got an albie! Woohoo! I might keep one of these for crab bait for tautog. Because boy, are they oily. Wow. I just want to keep one for bait. Wow. What a stubborn fish, holy smokes. Wow, that was such a cool bite. Geesh, how big is this thing? Watch this, it's probably a tiny one. Whew. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What, does a shark have it or something? What is that? That was ridiculous. Wow, he does not want to come up. Still haven't seen this thing yet. Yeah, one's getting kept for crab bait for tautog, because it is pretty much tautog season right now. Whew. Oh man, that's a nice one. Holy smokes. What is that, an Albie or? Oh man, that's gonna be bait right there. Holy smokes. What a fight, fish. Very good job. Oh, shoot. Oh man, there they are. Wow, just turned on as soon as the tide started. I think it's going out right now. It just came alive over here. Went from nothing to fish blowing up everywhere. Woo! That was a good fight. All right. Gonna do the good old sit and wait, because if you chase these things around, you're gonna get absolutely exhausted. Trying to figure out where I've been fishing, because there's a lobster buoy over there. They keep coming back to this area. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed my video. So I only caught one albie today, and I had two other chasing my lure, but the lure, by the time they saw the lure and started chasing, I think it was too close to the kayak, so I didn't have enough reel estate to keep reeling. So quite a few blitzes today. Most of them happened far enough away where I couldn't get to them in time, and I still casted there just to try in those spots, but didn't get anything. So for you out there, you guys that are trying to go albie fishing for the first time on a kayak, do not chase them. These fish move extremely fast. You are not going to catch up with them. Let them come to you. You have to be patient, but if you want, good thing to do in the morning, like I did today, just pick a spot, watch, and then if you start seeing consistency in where these albies are showing up, go over there, hang out, and hopefully a school comes to you. But you're going to be exhausted chasing these things, but if you have the legs or the arms, go for it. The bite didn't really start till 9 a.m. this morning. Between 9 and 10:30, it was really good. Lots of life on the top of the water. But once the boats saw what was going on, they broke up all those schools that were gone, sadly. And I went from 10:30 till after 10:30. I think I caught that fish at like 10:30 in the morning. Shortly after, like maybe 10:40, boat showed up. I didn't catch or see much on the top and at all. I came in at 1 o'clock. I got to my truck at 1 o'clock, which is unfortunate. So if you have a boat, don't drive straight through or drive super close up to these blitzes. Roll up on them a little bit slower, start casting. You'll keep the school there longer, hopefully. It was a little windy today, and I feel like that, I think it was like 8 miles an hour wind, but I feel like that even that little amount of wind, it keeps the bait from sitting in one spot. And then I don't know if you guys have seen an albie feed, like a really good one, like it just blitz, like the blitz happens for a long time. Today the blitzes were like 10-15 seconds a piece, so you had very little time to get casting and get on top of these fish. So I will be going out next week, hopefully. Today's the first good day out of 3 weeks that I've had on my days off to get out and actually fish, and it was decent out. I did keep the Albie for green crab bait. So I don't know if what you guys think about it, but it's bait. Really oily fish, really good for crab traps. So hopefully I'll be going for tog again 2 weeks. So going to be bringing the kayak out, probably some shore fishing for them. So I do like catching tautog in like late October from shore. It's really fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Yeah, I'll be out in a week. Thank you guys.